Welcome back to the Universal Things YouTube channel. Imagine waking up one morning and something feels off. The ground beneath your feet isn't solid anymore. It gently shifts, sinks, and rebounds. You look around and slowly realize the impossible earth itself has transformed into a massive sphere of jelly, stretching and wobbling under its own gravity. At first, it might feel surreal, almost entertaining. Every step you take creates soft ripples that spread across the ground. It feels like walking on an endless waterbed. But within moments, that curiosity turns into fear as the surface refuses to stay still. Jelly is not truly solid. It behaves like a flexible structure that deforms under pressure. On a planetary scale, this means every object, from buildings to mountains, would constantly press down and slowly sink into the surface. The moment this transformation happens, buildings begin to lose stability. Foundations designed for hard rock would fail instantly. Skyscrapers would tilt at unnatural angles, glass shattering as they slowly collapse into the soft ground below. Entire cities would begin disappearing. Roads would bend and stretch, bridges would snap under uneven support, and homes would sink unevenly, creating a landscape that feels alive but completely unsafe. Walking would become a challenge unlike anything humans have experienced. Each step pushes the surface down, and as it rebounds, it throws your balance off. Even standing still would require constant effort and adjustment. Now imagine millions of people moving at once. Every step, every jump, every movement sends waves across the surface. These waves would collide, amplify, and create chaotic motion everywhere. Transportation would collapse instantly. Cars would sink into the jelly, unable to gain traction. Highways would ripple and twist, making it impossible to travel in a straight line. Air travel would also struggle. Airports would lose their structure as runways deform and shift. Planes would have no stable surface to take off or land safely. Now think about the oceans. Water resting on top of a jelly surface would react violently. The constant movement beneath would generate massive, unpredictable waves. These waves wouldn't behave like normal ocean waves. They would be influenced by the shifting ground below, creating endless motion that never truly comes. Earthquakes would still exist, but they would feel completely different. Instead of sharp shaking, the entire planet would wobble slowly, like a bowl of jelly being disturbed. Gravity would remain the same, but its effects would become more visible. The jelly Earth would continuously deform under its own weight, slowly flattening and reshaping itself. Mountains would not hold their form. Over time, they would sink and spread out, losing their sharp peaks and becoming smooth, rounded structures. Valleys would gradually disappear as the surface evens out. The entire planet would begin to lose its detailed geography and become more uniform. Inside the Earth, the structure would completely change. The distinct layers like crust, mantle, and core would blend into a single and stable mass. Heat from deep inside would still exist, but instead of rising through solid rock, it would move unevenly through the jelly, causing strange bulges and surface shifts. Volcanoes would behave differently. Instead of explosive eruptions, pressure would push the surface upward, creating slow, swelling domes of hot material. As the Earth rotates, the jelly surface would constantly stretch and shift. This would create global waves that slowly move across the entire planet. Day and night would continue, but the surface would never truly rest. Every second, the planet would be in motion, constantly adjusting and reshaping. Weather patterns would become unpredictable. Wind interacting with a moving surface would create unusual storms and chaotic atmospheric conditions. Living on such a planet would be nearly impossible. Stability, something we take for granted, would no longer exist anywhere on Earth. Every step you take would change the world around you, making survival a constant challenge in a place that never stops moving. So think about it. If the Earth suddenly became jelly, would humanity adapt, or would the planet itself become too unstable to survive on?